So has Google crossed the line? Now, government officials have a duty to serve the public, but when the salaries of city employees are paid by private corporations, who do they really answer to?
And there's an agreement between Google and the city of Sunnyvale that's raising some eyebrows about a potential conflict of interest. Let's bring in investigative reporter Liz Wagner. Liz.
Jess and Raj, this is a story about Sunnyvale, Google, and traffic. Most people probably don't know it, but Google paid the city more than $1 million over 3 years to cover the wages of 2 new employees in the transportation and traffic division. The city says it was to speed up projects that benefit the entire community, but the funding agreement raises questions about who was actually benefiting. Anyone who's driven through Sunnyvale in rush hour will tell you it's a nightmare. Now the gridlock could be affecting public safety.
The traffic is such a problem at this point where it's impacting the entire city.
Frank Bellucci is president of the Sunnyvale Public Safety Officers Association. Citing a recent study, he told the city council in November, traffic congestion on our roads is so bad that fire crews are not able to hit the travel time response goals during commute hours.
And if a fire engine is responding and they're not able to get there in that timely fashion, someone could die.
Bellucci says it's all due to the explosion of new development. He warned city leaders last year that Google's expansion in Sunnyvale will increase traffic gridlock. The tech titan has already snapped up dozens of buildings in the city's Moffett Park area.
We're all for new development. We just want to make sure that there's some type of plan that's put in place to address the changes that this new development is going to cause.
The city's current plan requires many businesses to reduce solo car trips taken by employees or face fines. Some are encouraging commuter shuttles and carpooling. But we wanted to know, how much motivation does the city have to regulate traffic caused in part by Google when the company paid for employees to work in the city's transportation and traffic division? Here's what we're talking about. From June 2016 through July of this year, Google agreed to pay nearly $1.25 million to fund 2 city staff positions.
If this gift was being made to an individual public official, we would all be up in arms.
Hannah Callahan, director of government ethics at the Markkula Center at Santa Clara University, says the agreement appears to create a conflict of interest. We learned one of the city employees Google paid for, a traffic engineer, helped review the vehicle reduction plans at Google's offices. Is this arrangement a way to buy influence?
Even if that wasn't the intended effect, it certainly gives the appearance that that might be what is the motivation behind it.
No one from the city would talk to us on camera about controls to prevent a conflict, but the city cited the contract, which states Google shall have no priority over city employees' services funded by this agreement. The city also says, in addition to the traffic engineer, several managers review Google's plans, which helps guard against preferential treatment.
Even if they agree that they won't get special treatment, is that actually what in fact is going to happen?
Google didn't respond to multiple requests for comment. Meanwhile, Sunnyvale has been working with corporations to calm traffic. According to our review of government records, the traffic engineer found in 2017 that Google failed to meet its trip reduction goals at Technology Corners, one of the company's biggest campuses. Sunnyvale allowed Google to survey its own employees about their commute patterns last year, and the company says it now exceeds traffic requirements. Even so, Frank Bellucci says the city needs to get a handle on traffic because firefighters are being stretched too thin. Should they be worried?
Concerned? Absolutely.
Google is the only company Sunnyvale has this kind of funding agreement with. Mountain View had a similar contract with Google to pay for staffers in public works and community development. The city says the employees handled project demands from a variety of companies, not just Google. Now, a contract in nearby Cupertino calls for Apple to reimburse the city for the cost of employees if they hire them. The city says so far it hasn't. Back to you.